What's up, my beautiful people? What we in right now? We can talk about summertime. Since we in the summer, we gotta learn the 4 seasons, man. But not externally as well, but internally. The internal dimension of your 4 seasons, the quantum you. But right now, we in summertime. I'm gonna talk about something that everybody can relate to. Summertime. Now, in the spring, though, you could apply that spring to conception. When the sperm cell hits the egg cell, the starting off of a being, but not yet fully developed. So spring, like a spring jump, a spring chicken, you can use that analogy, is to propel you to the next point. Like if you jump on the spring, you're gonna jump and it's gonna shoot you to the next point. So it's a starting point. So that's when you should take action so you can get the results for the season that follows after summer. So summer, it's when the physical thing comes out of what the conception was of whatever you was doing. So in ancient Egypt, right? Or you go back to Sumerian, summer. That's when the light came out. So in ancient Egypt, the Nile River, and pay attention to that frequency. Nile River, the now. You got your past, you got your present, you got your future, but then you got the now. Quantum is 4. There's always a hidden 4. There's always going to be a hidden 5, and so on, hidden 6. So, quantum you. You got your past, present, and future, but then you got the Nile River. So the Nile River used to flood in ancient times. I don't know about now, but between June and September, and we're in August right now, it's the Goldilocks season. It's when Goldilocks comes in and steals the porridge. So when you think of August, this is AU, back to AU, on the periodic table. The all, it's gold. It's what the leprechaun is after. And when you think of gold, think of an opening. Like McDonald's, Golden Arches. It's an opening. Don't think of it as a physicality like you're holding gold coins. Leprechaun is not after the gold coins. He's after the opening. What gap or what rocks you left unturned. So make sure that your gaps are well taken care of. Pay attention to your dark spaces. What you're thinking about in your dark spaces and what you're doing, your actions. So they're after those. Because if you have a opening, holy, if you're holy, especially in these holy days, these holidays that leave you holy, something could enter, mind you. If there's an open space, something could go up in it. So, in ancient Egypt, between June and September, the Nile River flooded. So in summer, think about water. Now, water is associated to emotions. It's associated to sound. Because emotions are experiences. Experiences lead to sounds in the experience. How you felt. Emotions are sounds. So, water represents spirits and anything liquid. So these sounds, that's what they were talking about when they was implying that there was a flood that took place in the summertime. Things get a little rocky. It's more action. It's a lot of sounds. So back then, ancient Egypt, the Nile River flooded. But what caused the flood? The flooding every year is a star system, the constellation. It's the dog star. What we call Sirius. Sirius it shines brighter than the sun. It shines brighter than the sun. So is the spirit of the sun. So what in the life proves that? Well, the star Sirius used to rise, and the ancients believed that it caused the Nile River to flood. So what in the life is proof that Sirius is associated or correlated to sound? You got the XM radio, Sirius radio, sound, radio waves. That should show you the proof. What's behind the sun, or what goes higher than the sun, to employ a little bit more help in producing more sound, more light. There's more sound, there's more light. It's more information. Me, if I'm rapping over a beat, there's more sound. With a beat, me rapping, there's more information. At the beat, you got me saying the words and what the words mean. So, in these times, you got summer, which is associated to water, flooding, sound. There's a war going on outside. There's a lot of sound interrupting your dark spaces. So you have to be able to input your own thoughts and not be susceptible to the sounds outside of you. So these 4 seasons, which I'm writing a book too about your 4 seasons, the eternal 4 seasons of you, can affect you, and it could afflict you with the elementals. Elementals being, your 4 elements, your 5 elements. So you don't want to be susceptible to these elements. You want to build a relationship with them. This is something in the life. But people are too distracted. They're either on their phone all day, or watching TV all day, or doing what else instead of observing the life. So you get summer, which brings the flood. And do you know why Noah's Ark was an ark? Or anything is an ark? I'll tell you a little secret, man. Now, I won't even say that yet. But it's an ark. So then you got Popeye the Sailor Man, which has an anchor. So in the flood, you want to build your ark, but you need an anchor. Your anchor, the shit that sits on the top and it has a little arc on the bottom. You want to hold firm, but being firm means not being susceptible to the sound waves, the flood that's coming. So you want to produce your own thoughts and not be influenced by other sounds. And so you want to hold firm, stern. You want to use that anchor that Popeye got. You want to use it. So these, I'm going to show you soon. I'm going to show you the products I have to protect you from the elements, but not protect you from them is building a relationship with them. So this flood is to get you prepared or to unprepare you for what's to come. Because after summer, this is where you get two Christ consciousness. You get the mother's son and the father's son. So after summer, this is what summer is like. This is what happens. Why you can see another example of water and why it's associated to summer is you get spring, which is the conception when the sperm cell hits the egg cell. It's developing. It's not yet fully developed. You get spring. That's spring. Then you get summer when the sun is completely out. It's hot. So that means that springtime, the baby's in the womb, the fetus or whatever's in the womb. But then summertime is when the water breaks. And the sun, the child, is out the womb. The water breaks. There's a flood. It's flood. It's another example. So you get the sun. The sun comes out past the clouds. It's shining bright. In the summertime, it's hot as fuck. He comes out the womb. Boom, he's out there. So then after that, it's like, see it like this, like it totally disappears after summer. Then what season do you get after summer? You get fall. So this is the father's son. And this is where it gets real. According to zodiac signs, the houses on the bottom. This is where you below the horizon. Now that you in the abyss. That's why fall you get your Halloween, the monsters. So you're under the horizon now. So it's to unprepare you for the fall. The father's son, he falls. This is semen falling down my spinal fluids. Right? The fall. So now if I shoot that semen out, I'm hollowed out. My weenie, right? The weenie is hollowed out. So the fall, it's the reaping, the harvest. So you want to prepare yourself between June and August. Matter of fact, you want to prepare yourself in the spring, but you want to really imprint your best thoughts or what you're going to take action on during the winter time. Because it's like you want to go in hibernation. So you got to collect all the things that you would need for your hibernation. And you don't want Goldilocks to come in. So as you're doing this, the fall is the harvest. So this flood in the summertime is to unprepare you. So you could be completely hollowed out. And have nothing in you. So it's like a hole now. You're going back to the hole while the leprechaun is after the gold and all of that. It's to completely leave you open. Hollow this weenie out. Right? And this is another reason why they take the pumpkin seeds and whatever that mass inside the pumpkin, they hollow it out. You got a jack-o'-lantern now. You're hollow. This is why. Halloween. They want to empty out your thoughts. So they could, when something's empty, that means I could fill it up with something. So you want to fill up around these times. Fill up like animals do. They fill up and gather all what they need for the winter time. Because now you got summer that's associated to the flood, which is associated to water breaking when the baby comes out, the sun comes out. And then you got fall, which is air now. It's all thoughts. Remember, the jack-o'-lantern being hollowed out. It's nothing but airs in there. Thoughts are airs. It's your airs. So after the water, you want to master your air, your thoughts. Because they're going to be afflicted. They're going to try to afflict your thoughts. So be prepared for that. So these products that I got is to protect you from those things. So I explained summer with water, fall, you got the leaves falling, it's it's an air thing. So then let's fast forward, then you got winter. And you got winter. To win all three. Three what? The three is the winning of three. You got your winter, you got your summer, and then you got your fall. And you got spring. So you got to win your three. Did you win your three? It's spring, summer, and fall. So the winter, you got spring, summer, fall. So you got to win these three. Win those three. So that's how you prepare with elements. So fall is air. Winter, it's earth, because earth is frozen now. So you want to get thawed out. So in winter, this is where you use your fire magic. So you want to get thawed out. In spring, in the summertime, you want to use a floating device. So you can use your earth magic to help you. In fall, I believe that this is where you use your intelligence, imagination. You want to use your air magic. You want to actually battle air with air. To beat something, you have to become it, really. But yeah, man, I just got to my destination. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna emphasize this. I'm a what you call it? I'm gonna say a little more about this topic later. But yeah, that's how you do it. So stay on the horizon, stay balanced, stay self-assured, protect yourself at all times, be aware.